Two people, same job, same income, same city. At the end of the month, one feels stressed, constantly checking their bank account, wondering why nothing is left. The other feels calm, in control, financially stable. One is always trying to figure out how to make money. The other is quietly building financial freedom. The difference between them isn't income. It's something much smaller. Tiny Japanese habits. This isn't about how to get rich quickly. And it's not about earning more money. It's about wealth building through small, consistent behaviors. Most people think financial success comes from big decisions, big investments, big risks, big income jumps. But in reality, stability comes from the smallest daily actions. In Japan, there's a deep cultural appreciation for small improvements, tiny adjustments repeated over time. And when it comes to money, those small Japanese habits determine everything. In this video, I'll show you a set of small, almost unnoticeable habits inspired by Japanese thinking that can completely change your financial life. You'll understand how investing for beginners really works, how passive income actually starts, and why most people fail without realizing it. Let's start with a simple idea. Every financial outcome is the result of repeated behavior, not one big decision, but thousands of small ones. In Japan, there is a concept often associated with long-term mastery. Small actions, repeated consistently, create extraordinary results. Money works exactly the same way. Every purchase you make, every habit you follow, either moves you closer to stability or further away. Let's make this real. You spend $10 every day on unnecessary things. Coffee, small upgrades, impulse purchases. That's $300 per month, $3,600 per year. Invest that amount instead at 8% annually. After 20 years, it becomes over $165,000. That's the power of small habits. My first investment didn't feel important. It was small, almost insignificant. But over time, it grew. That's how investing for beginners actually works. Not through big moves, but through consistency. Habit 1. Respect every unit of money. In Japan, even small amounts of money are treated with care. Not because people are cheap, but because they understand that small amounts accumulate. People who understand how to make money don't ignore small expenses. They track them, because they know what you ignore grows. In many Japanese households, there is still a habit of consciously noticing expenses instead of spending money automatically. Not every expense is immediately justified emotionally. People pause for a moment. Do I really need this? Or am I simply reacting to a feeling? That small pause massively changes financial decisions. Because most people do not lose money through one single big decision. They lose it through hundreds of small unconscious decisions. Habit 2. Avoid unnecessary ownership. Every object you own requires attention, space, maintenance, energy. In many Japanese living spaces, simplicity is intentional. Not minimalism for aesthetics, but for clarity. The same applies to money. Less unnecessary ownership equals more financial space. In Japan, there is also a strong cultural understanding that possessions create mental burden. The more things people own, the more they must organize, repair, replace, and finance. That is why many Japanese spaces appear calm and organized. Not because people are not allowed to own things, but because unnecessary possessions are seen as distractions. And financially, the exact same thing happens. Many people believe that owning more things will give them a better life. But often, the opposite happens. More possessions create higher costs, more obligations, more stress. Habit 3. Focus on not losing money. Most people try to win, but the real game is not losing. Bad purchases, unnecessary upgrades, impulse spending. These destroy progress. People who build wealth-building systems focus first on protection, then on growth. Habit 4. Separate consumption from investment money has two paths. Consumption, it disappears. Investment, it multiplies. Every time you spend, you choose one. People who build passive income understand this difference deeply. Habit 5. Accept simplicity over status. In Japan, status is often not displayed through possessions. It's reflected in discipline and control. The same applies to finances. People trying to look rich spend money. People who understand how to get rich keep it. What makes this especially interesting is that, in many parts of Japanese culture, restraint is valued more highly than self-promotion. People do not constantly try to show that they are successful, and that is exactly what often protects them from unnecessary consumption. Because many financial problems do not arise from needs, but from comparison. People buy things to keep up, to appear successful, to gain recognition. But status is an endless spiral. There is always someone who has more. Let's go back to our two people. Same salary, same life. Person A follows common habits, spends freely, upgrades often, doesn't think much about small decisions. Person B follows small disciplined habits, tracks spending, invests consistently, avoids unnecessary purchases. After 10 years, the difference is massive. Person A is still trying to catch up. Person B has built stability, even passive income. Same starting point, different habits, different life. So why do most people fail? Because small habits feel irrelevant. Spending $10 doesn't feel like a problem. Buying one thing doesn't feel like a mistake. But over time, those decisions compound. In Japan, patience is often valued over immediate reward. And that mindset is powerful, because money problems are rarely caused by big mistakes. They're caused by repeated small ones. Now imagine your future. In one version, you followed these small habits. You built consistency. Your investments grew. You achieved financial freedom. In another version, nothing changed. Same habits, same patterns, same stress. The difference isn't talent. It isn't income. It's daily behavior. Here's what you can do starting today. Start your My First Investment, even if it's small. Track every expense for 1 week. Remove one unnecessary habit. Automate your investments. Delay impulse purchases by 24 hours. This is how investing for beginners becomes real wealth building, and how passive income begins. Financial stability doesn't come from big moments. It comes from small habits, repeated daily, quietly, consistently. In Japan, there is a deep respect for the power of small improvements over time, and money follows the same rule. The question is not just how to get rich. The question is, what small habits are you repeating every day? Because those habits are already building your future.